Hey folks, what's going on today? Hope you guys are doing well. So, today was a very interesting day. Unlike yesterday, well, I was able to control myself a little bit better today. I had a better day, and it was a positive day. I came back, had some nice trades in the afternoon, actually. I'll show you my trade Excel log here real quick. This was the P&L on the day. Pretty much an 88% win rate on the day with about 18 trades. Trading one lots on the micros like usual. Now I'll just show you my journalytics for the week here. So this is my weekly profits. I had 110 trades and 63% keeping that win rate pretty good. And actually for the month, it's also that. So that's for the month right there. And you can see here, keeping that win rate pretty high, above 60%. I had too many trades in the month because there were some days where I over traded and there were some of those behavior patterns that I had to get a hold of. P&L was down the month because again I made some mistakes. Actually there was a few days in here where I didn't put in emergency stops, just making common mistakes like that anyways. So we're getting the hang of it. Today was a positive day and we'll just keep going with the flow. So we're still in business here. Actually the challenge for today was really funny because the thing with IB is that if your account dips under $2,000 you can't trade on margin anymore. So you can't trade futures if your account's less than $2,000. And so my account was like right around it. So it was like a battle. So what happened was I actually took a trade pre-market and I shorted the thing pre-market around 900 something and ended up with a small 5-point profit on the thing. And then I was like, hey, we're back in business, Then it just sort of continued. Now, it was really interesting. Today was a really, really interesting session. What I noticed first thing was I always look at the daily lineup that they show you in IB and the news sentiment, the news thing, right? It's called a daily lineup. I looked at it and it was all green. It was all positive, right? It was saying, okay, Alphabet reported positive, Facebook positive, Apple positive, Amazon positive, 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 positive. All of it was positive. So what happens? Okay, so we're trending lower. So that's already a sign that I like to think of news sentiment in a form of contrarian, right? So while the crowd is looking bullish, yes, Nasdaq's gapping up 900. Let's go. On new all-time highs. Nasdaq's putting all-time highs. Let's do it, right? While everybody's looking bullish, what is happening? Well, we're in a 1-minute downtrend. Can't you see that? And we're going into the open of the market. Now, what happens as the market opens? It freaking falls off a cliff. All right, let's buy the dip because the news sentiment is so bullish. What happens is, we ain't buying no dips today. We're selling. All right, here we go. Let's buy the dip because the news sentiment is so bullish. We ain't buying the dips. So this is just amazing. It just fell off a freaking cliff. It's just absolutely beautiful. That's art right there. That's just beautiful. Okay, so today taught me a lot about the news sentiment and about how smart money kind of views this stuff, all right? So, all the gap ups and everything, gets people kind of hyped up. Nasdaq all-time highs, this and that. And what do you know? We're freaking falling off a cliff. Yes, indeed. That is what happened. Done. Okay, so if you guys have any comments relating to that, please leave them in the comments below. If you were a victim of hype and euphoria and you thought the Nasdaq was going to all-time highs today, leave that in the comments below as well. And if you also thought like a contrarian and said, the news is so bullish, could there be a small possibility that we could sell off today? Leave that in the comments below. All right, guys, let's talk about it. I had a few trades today. Let's see if we can go find some of them. So in the morning, I had a couple trades. IB would not let me put on a trade at certain times. And I don't know what it was, but it's because my account was like right on the limit that it wouldn't let me trade. So I wanted to sell right here and it wouldn't let me. If I would have sold right there, well, that was 827. I would have had some nice profits pretty quickly there. Anyhow, didn't really do that, but it's all good. I managed to make it back pretty much later. First trade was a long trade. And I was watching these 790s here. These 790s are starting to have a lot of accumulation on the sell side. Sellers starting to get trapped a little bit on the tape up into these 800s. So I'm watching this and I got long kind of impulsively, I admit. So as we came down, I got long on this little pop right here because I saw that the prices kept getting rejected around the lower 800s. Now, I got in a little impulsively. Probably I could have been a little bit more patient there, get in on a limit type of idea. And I realized I got a not so good fill. I kind of jumped on that one. And then I saw the market coming lower and I said, all right, am I going to put in this stop right away or am I going to give it a little bit of breathing room? So look at how it trades under 700 here. And I'm giving it a little bit of breathing room. I'm ready to cut it if we start closing under 790. And again, I'm seeing very mixed tape, right? I'm seeing the tape very mixed at this point. You can see the sellers are trying. There's a bit of absorption on either side that took place earlier. And we're starting to see buy orders, but we're not really moving higher yet. So I'm just waiting for some buyers to step up. Again, we try for lower prices. And that kind of behavior right there, that is what gets me interested. When you see the market tick somewhere and then it instantly ticks somewhere else, that's just a sign that the market doesn't want to trade there. That's very notable, right? That's called rejection. And it happens a lot. So oftentimes when you're looking for a low or a high to be put in, oftentimes, if the market is kind of ticking quietly going up to that, your high is probably not going to be in. You need to see impulsive moves for highs and lows to be set. So let's say we're downtrending and you're waiting for the low of day to get set. That low of day, you won't know it's going to be set right away, but you could get a general idea if you get one of those massive sweeps where the order book gets swept completely and then we instantly start bidding higher. And again, that's a bit risky because there's a risk that they can come back and start selling the rally against it. But if we've already been selling rallies going into that, then the odds increase that if the bidding continues, we're going to see that kind of endless rally off the low type of thing. Anyways, I'm rambling here. Let's keep going. So we're seeing absorption around the 800, and I'm looking for buyers to step up. I'm long here. I got long impulsively. What happens is, sooner or later we bid. I'm looking at this 805. I'm looking at these buyers, pretty confident here, and we're bidding higher, 810. Look at that. Pretty nice. Bidding higher, bidding higher, bidding higher. I'm putting in my stop. I'm looking at this. I'm saying, all right, how high are we going to go? 815. We're starting to stall out. And 816, 17s, bidding 20s now. 20s. Bidding 820s. I got my stop at 1750. What's happening here? Are we bidding? And then it looks like I'm going to take it off pretty close to there. And I think I just decided to just take it off right there, I think. As I start to see it kind of stop. And we're bidding higher, 21s, 22s. See the sellers come in, 19, and I think I cut it right there. There we go, 18.25. So yeah, nice little long trade, caught that. But I mean, I got in impulsively. The entry wasn't good, but I stayed in because the sellers were not proving anything anyhow. So we can work with that in the future. We came back down, sold off again. And I did get caught in a short here, okay? This was impulsive. I did take the impulsive short at some point, and I think it was right here. I shorted right into 790. Very, very bad idea. Again, we're coming down to test this general area of support. So what do? Is I short right into it. Bad idea. Horrible idea. Never do that. If you're trading NASDAQ, don't just short right into the support level. You need confirmation. You need sellers on the tape. You need these guys coming in showing you that we're selling this market. If you want to make money, sell it too. Okay? But here what happens is I got short right at that 790, not a great area. So what happens is it gets bid right back up quickly to 800. I get stopped out for a quick loss. Bad entry on that one, okay? So you see how quickly it bid back up. So that's called rejection. You see we sold off down to 790, but the market looked left and right. No more sellers. All right, here we go. Boom, right back up to 800. So that's called rejection. Then we sell off again. So now we're starting to see the offers being held around the moving average. And again, I use the moving average as a visual guide. So if you look at here at this moving average, you can clearly see that it is kind of rejecting it. So we rejected it here. We had a nice pop up to the 26 period, kind of rejected it, and we're trading back around this range that we were rejecting earlier. So what ends up happening is we keep rejecting, the sellers don't lift, and we see lower prices. So that was it. I caught this little short right here. I like this little short because we're kind of trending higher. We had this bull break right back up to the 780 area, and I saw sellers kind of answer here, and it was a first sell after an impulsive move. So I'm looking to fade against these bulls. So let's watch how I got filled here. So look at these 780s. We just traded all the way up there impulsively, and we're bidding these 780s. I see some sellers in the tape. You saw that right there. A couple of points, trade to 770.50. And that's where I'm looking to sell right there. Boom, I get filled. Okay, so that's kind of what I was looking for. And I see these sellers. I'm looking for them to potentially continue. And there's some more of them right there. Those are the sellers. Those are my boys right there. They're coming in, and I'm looking to get out. And I think I might cut this break even, or I might just, I'm just kind of being patient with it at this point. I'm looking at to see, okay, is this just going to pop up to a new high? What's going to happen here? We're kind of undecided at this point. And I'm watching these 75s here. We're bidding 75s, but not really much follow through. More sellers. There we go. More sellers. Bidding 70s. And then I cut it at 71. Okay, so I wasn't really interested. Once I saw the sellers push it to 70, I was like, you guys are not really proving anything. But then you see we're kind of selling right back down to 67. So you have to be a bit patient with this one. I had to be slightly more patient. Sometimes those sellers, they take a minute to kind of get on their feet. You know, they have to look around left and right. Where are the buyers? No buyers? Okay, we sell. Boom. And then they stop for a second. Any more buyers? Any more takers? Are you guys coming in? Are you going to buy it or what? No more takers? All right, boom, we sell again, you know? So you have to be patient, and you have to gauge the flow of this thing. And it's easier said than done, of course. So that's an example of a short trade. And I think that was it for the morning. So you can see we're in sort of a trading range. And I love trading ranges because it really just catches traders in both directions. I love it because you get these beautiful moves up. All right, here we go. Second leg up. Nope, failure. Trade back into the range. You get kind of bears trying to short over here, thinking that we're going to stop around the middle of the range. All right, we're going to stop these lows out. Not quite. We trade higher. And then we get more bulls on board. All right, guys, second leg up. Here we go. And then we just kind of crap out around here. So that's trading range price action. You have to wait for the impulsive moves to occur. Wait for the buyers that you can see the buyers on the tape when they're just sort of bidding it higher, slowly, 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 slowly. And then all of a sudden you see the sellers, boom, and they come in and they're like, oh, what's happening? And that's when you got to act quick. So that's a setup that I have to playbook. I don't know what to call it, but just sort of an idea. All right, guys, so this is the afternoon now. If you look, you can see it's 3 p.m. on the bottom right-hand corner. And we are trending higher off of our lows, now coming back to test these 800s. All right, so I'm not showing you longer term charts here, just my short term charts. I have my longer term ones on the other screen. So what's happening here is we're trending higher, the Nasdaq's in an uptrend, and I'm watching how it's behaving around the moving average on a pullback. So today, I wasn't delusional. I saw the market is in an uptrend, therefore I'm gonna look to buy the pullback because it is likely to continue in an uptrend unless there's no more buyers on the pullbacks, of course. So what happens is, well, I tried to be as objective as possible. And again, product of yesterday's behavior is the fact that my ego got involved. And I'm reading this book right now, great book by Ryan Holiday, and I would recommend it, pretty intuitive. So we're gonna clear out some of these problems that we were talking about yesterday. So I'm looking to buy this pullback. I'm looking at how the market's trading around the moving average. You can see here earlier, the moving average got bought, and generally they provide a good guide. So I'm just looking at these buyers and sellers, how are they reacting around the 790s? I'm seeing no notable selling, and I'm seeing some buyers kind of creep their way into the market. When I saw that, I decided I'm getting long. I'm getting long right there. Saw those buyers, and again, I bought an impulsive move, right? But I'm expecting them to continue. So what happens is, well, we slowly trade higher, and then we start to see some block orders. 804, 807, 810, 814, and 816. What in the world is happening? So that's what you call bulls buying or shorts getting squeezed. I don't know, but someone bought it, okay? That's what made it go up. So I got out there probably too early. 14.50 I cut it anyhow, but you know, I took my money and run. So what happened after that was we traded higher, up to 25, up to 30. 30 was resistance, low volume area. We're consolidating. At this point, we have a pullback, a bit of a two-legged pullback down to this moving average here. And what you're going to see is, so this right here was great. It was beautiful. This was absolutely beautiful. Why was it beautiful? Because we had this sort of move. We're in the resistance zone, 830 to 840, right, from earlier. And I'm seeing this extremely extended move that just popped up to these 830s, and we're bidding the 40s now. Okay, watch how we start bidding up here. We're bidding the 30s. The high was about 35. We're bidding 37s, 38s, 39s, 40s. We're bidding 40s now. Look at this. What in the world is going on? We're bidding 40s. We're bidding 40s. Who's buying up here? I see some sellers come in, and I'm like, uh-oh, all right. That's interesting. I kind of like that. We just started bidding these 40s here, and it looked like we were in fantasy land for a second there, didn't it? Look at how we're in fantasy land. 41, let's go. Everybody buy. Come on. Buy the Nasdaq, all-time highs. Uh-oh, what just happened? 43, and now we're at 39 3/4. Uh-oh, what's happening? These were some real sellers, and we went down on those sellers, okay? So I saw that, and I'm like, all right, we're shorting. Go. We got filled at 35. And what happens is we keep selling. And we keep selling. And we keep selling. And I get out. Get out. There we go. I got filled at 24. Nice short sweep right there. That was like just... That was mean right there. That was a mean short right there. That was like... It just showed all these bulls here that there was just no support established. This was just pure fantasy land, okay? We were into the resistance zone. Anybody who got caught buying up here just got freaking railed, okay? So no support established. That's what happens. And no real support for that matter. Another little scalp, kind of shorting it again. And I was waiting for the sellers to kind of arrive, and I saw it was kind of chopping a bit, right? 39s, looking for more sellers, 37s, 37.50. All right, what are we going to do here? Are you selling or not? 38. Is that it? 37, 40s, and then I get out of 40. I see we're bidding 40s. I was like, I'm not going to do this. See, then we kind of start trading higher again. So as soon as I see the sellers start to lose their steam, I'm like, get out. Done. That's the way you got to be when you're scalping. You know what I'm saying? Okay, here's another great one. So we're popping up again, bidding 50s now. Look at this. Nice squeeze up to the 50s. All right, 52s, 53s. Here we go. It's a bit of mixed action now. 52.5, 51.50. And I'm looking at these markets. Can it hold the 50 on the bid or not? And I saw that. I'm like, all right, look at these sellers. I'm selling. Got filled at 44. Not a bad fill when you think about it. And that's why I like IB, because IB has the adaptive algo, which is an algo that will search for best available prices. It's not going to submit your order straight at the market. If I submitted my order at the market, I probably would have got filled at 41, because if you saw that, what happened there is that I got filled and then it ticked to 41. So I was instantly in profit. So thanks to IB for the adaptive algo, because I know for a fact that's the adaptive algo, because I've experimented with using market orders trading the NASDAQ before, and the fills are not as good. That is a positive. So we're trading these 40s here. Can we push lower? Back to the exponential moving average, 38s. Seeing some buy orders, 38s, 40s, bidding 40s again. What's happening? And I think I end up cutting a break even. So we're bidding 40s. Sellers stopped and I got filled at 43. That was it. Sellers didn't show up and I got out. So that was the end of the session for me. I stopped at that point. I was comfortable with where I got myself. So I got the account kind of back to business territory, so I can actually take some trades now for next week. I'm going to go over, probably this weekend, I'm going to make some videos talking about some of my behavior patterns that I went through, and just some overall things. So guys, if you like these videos, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Much appreciated. Take care. Bye.